Hello everyone, I'm Cody.
And I'm Lynn.
Welcome to Unit 9, Kakao Crackdown. I'm sure that company name is something everyone has heard of, and you probably have their services or their applications. And recently, in the past month, the regulators and government officials in Korea have really begun to crack down on both Kakao and on Naver. Regulator.
Regulator.
Crackdown.
Crackdown.
And specifically because they often promote, financial services and transactions and, through their searches, through their applications. And they receive a commission from the services or other companies that they recommend. While they themselves are not registered as, anything with financial transactions to be regulated, the government argued, they were not acting in consumers' best interest in this because they weren't being regulated the same. They weren't being honest or showing that they receive payment for recommending something. And so that's why there's currently investigations that are underway and being, we say crackdown on them. Now, away from the financial transactions part, more about just messaging apps. What do you use the most often?
Kakao.
Number one in Korea.
Definitely with my friends in Korea. I use Kakao pretty much exclusively. With my family and friends in America, I generally use like WhatsApp or sometimes Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
So Kakao for Korea and Messenger or WhatsApp for Facebook, all related to Facebook in the American side, and then Kakao. They both have kind of a monopoly on things in their respective countries. How about you? What messaging apps do you use?
Well, number one is Kakao. I can't live without it in Korea. Everything with work and a lot of things with friends and family here I use. Even with my direct parents in America, I use Kakao. It's just easiest.
I should introduce my parents to that.
Yeah, easy to video call, phone call, or just message. It's super simple. I find it easier than Facebook with them, the Facebook Messenger, I should say. I don't use WhatsApp. I have it, but I've never actually used it much. So I don't know. I don't want to delete it. But in other application kind of focus, what other maybe financial service applications do you have?
I have the application for my bank, and through Kakao Talk, I use Kakao Pay.
Okay.
And it's really convenient. It's nice
is.
being able to transfer money automatically through your phone.
Right.
Not having to go to a bank or deal with any of that ATMs or that personal interaction.
I agree.
All of those things. So what apps do you use?
My bank's app as well, and the bank has its own pay app or card app. But I don't use it as much going around, and I do use Kakao Pay when doing, gifticons, sending things to people. It takes the money from my bank, and also sometimes paying. It's just easy to send money that way.
Right. The other one is T-Money.
Okay.
T-Money is an essential one for just the train and all of that. So public transportation, tag on, tag off, easy peasy.
And now for the language focus. First up, be underway. So for my example, investigations into Kakao are still underway.
The second point is, which is to say. For example, I asked my boss for a raise, and he said maybe, which is to say I'm probably not getting a raise.
All right, that's it for our preview section. We'll see you on the review.